Is this that?
Yeah, that was the boop.
Perfect. Hello and welcome back to Tales from Fellfayre Manor, everybody. We are 2 hours late today because I was underprepared.
They don't know that. You don't have
Then
to tell
again,
them.
like, we all were unprepared, so, like,
I was not.
let them without sin cast the first stone.
Indeed.
All right, let me get a stone.
Rock.
Anyway, last time you lot managed to actually help a pair of ghosts. You managed to help the Fairchilds move on. You resolved the issues between them by allowing them to finally speak and reach each other. And you woke up this morning to the sound of ABBA in good moods. Like you felt like you accomplished something. And today you are planning to have a funeral for Rachel Fairchild, since her remains are historically relevant, significant to the town.
I mean, we're not having the funeral today because we first have to, like, ask the city if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, and I imagine there's a lot more planning than just send out a call to everyone.
Oh, no, as
hey,
soon
yo, funeral
Yeah,
time.
we'll just say David's got a lot of fucking paperwork to
Look,
do.
as soon as they say okay, we just dig a hole, throw the thing in there, done. It'll be fine. Short eulogy.
Next night, Rachel Fairchild returns as a ghost again.
It's just different. I have different
You
unfinished
did
business
it
now.
wrong. David just quietly like, oh.
Redo the funeral. It's fine. Get the guests back. They haven't left yet. It's fine. Oh yeah, do we have to? Right. Do we invite the town? We need to clear that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will be discussed in game.
Yeah. Okay.
In character.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you're all gathered around the table, and Dante is cooking breakfast. He has, I can't remember if it was this morning or previous morning where he was giving David double egg. No, yeah, it was this
It was
morning.
this morning. You got double egg.
David's got double egg.
Because David looks
David's
like a
going
corpse.
through it.
Yep.
David's going through it.
Oh.
Everybody's got breakfast, and Dante has already served it up. And you're discussing what to do with the day.
This is the level of eye bag John says that David has at the moment.
It's quite impressive.
That's like my normal level. Oh god. Look, I'm old and mostly tired.
Two egg.
2 egg breakfast.
I mean, I think I said the plans for today last time, so I'm probably just finishing my breakfast and then wait for David to get ready.
Yes.
David finishes his.
The two of you are going to go and get preparations for the funeral ready.
Yeah. When David's done, he's gonna enjoy his fucking cup of coffee.
As he so rarely gets to.
Yeah. Kind of giving the others a chance to finish their breakfast. By the time that's done, he's gonna help do dish stuff. Because Dante and the others shouldn't be left to, like, be on chore duty.
Well,
So Raymond has to fucking wait.
Raymond will take the time and call the stonemason to make sure they're actually there to do business with.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Because
They pick up quite. Actually, they're not open yet. It's way too early in the morning.
Oh damn!
Because you
Okay.
guys woke up on priest time.
Yeah, I know. I threw a pillow at your head.
Priest time.
The stonemason in this teeny tiny English village. How fancy are we talking? Do they have their own website?
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
All right. So,
No way.
Okay, so
At most, they have a Facebook page.
Do they? That's fair, actually.
No,
I think you mean
good
MySpace?
timeline. Yeah, exactly. This is the good timeline. MySpace. They have a MySpace.
Yeah, so I guess they have their opening hours on there too. That's fine.
Yes.
How long do we have to wait?
You have to wait about 4 hours.
Jesus. Okay, so it's one of those businesses that just open at midday.
Yes, like normal businesses.
I mean,
I mean, who's rolling into a stonemason at 9 a.m. saying or demanding a tombstone? Other than Raymond, of course.
Give tombstone.
This is how you lose your biggest business. by
By
not
having
being,
normal business hours.
by having normal business hours. Yeah.
Jonah,
All right.
Oh, yes. Yes, Father?
you brought your morphine with you
Hospital.
from Angus's, right?
Yeah, they only give you like a 2-day prescription at a time, I think.
We'll buy you some more. Don't worry.
That they use.
Where are
concerned
you
about
buying?
it.
Actually, no. Please tell me where you're buying the morphine.
Look, this is a tiny town in England. Somebody will sell us drugs. It's just a question of, well, how much they cost. Plus, look at us
Yeah,
too.
out here you'd probably just be getting ripped off.
Yeah. Plus, look at us too. And he points to like himself and David. Street smarts.
Street smarts?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No, Raymond looks at Jonah. Actually, Raymond does not look at Jonah. He looks at his phone while talking to. Look, I don't care if I overpay for drugs as long as they make you feel a bit better.
Oh,
I do have
Well,
the means
Aw.
after all.
We'll talk about this later, Mr. Shafter. For now, I'm glad that you had your morphine on you. You got it in you, right?
Yeah,
Feel more
yeah.
comfortable? Reaches out and gives him a good pat on the back. That's a good lad.
I love the
Jonah
implication.
barely feels it.
I love the implication here. You have got your drugs in you, right? As opposed to what?
Just on his person.
Just well. Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta remind a motherfucker that they need drugs.
Raymond is actually
Yeah,
Raymond is SGving morphine substitute / street drug / price point ? Question mark. And I don't even have to roll for that because I will find a Reddit thread about this.
yes, you will.
You can substitute with meth.
No, I don't think that's what you want to substitute it with.
Addendum to the
Alright.
search. Less addiction.
Mr. Shafter? And claps his hands together.
Ah,
Dishes are pretty much done. So let's go into town. I'll ask that we stop by Angus's first, so
oh yeah.
he knows that we're all right.
The
And then we can.
yeah. The Mason won't be open for another 4 hours or so we can do some. We can actually go to the town hall and ask some. Well, bureaucratic minutia. That's your job.
Actually, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Don't worry though. If need be, we have bribe money ready to go.
David's gonna. David's gonna call the fucking the authorities, the town authorities.
Yeah.
So I know this man called Shafter. I need him arrested post haste.
I need him arrested for trying to sell drugs to a minor.
And besides, we all know Jonah would sell Raymond drugs.
Yeah,
that's how this is going down.
Just find a colleague of yours.
David calls the local authorities like, hi, hello. I know it's pretty early in the morning, but well, we found some human remains on the grounds.
And the police officer that Father David got through to says, "Well, first of all, Father, you ought to be. You're lucky that I'm a religious woman. I recognize who you are. Otherwise, I'd be very worried about you not giving your name immediately. Second of
My
all,
apologies.
we'll be right over. Can you give
Swatting
us
you
any
mentally.
information about Can you give us any information about these remains that you found?"
And he kind of looks at the other. Is a picked bear human skull. And there was a box with it. We have reason to believe that this is the skull of a long past Miss Rachel Fairchild.
Rachel Fairchild. The name didn't ring any bells. Let me come over there and have a look. Any information you have will be greatly appreciated. We'll be sending
Wonderful.
myself and an investigator over.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
See you in a
Terribly
little
sorry.
while, Father, and good morning.
Good morning to you too. David hangs up, and he will go and he will like gather the fucking box.
He will gather the fucking box. He has the fucking box. It seems somehow a little more dilapidated since the last time you had a look at it.
Oh.
It's not as pristine as it was when you first dredged it from the lake.
I mean, that was weird.
He is going to take the box to the table and kind of clap his hands together. Let's move all of the weird old stuff off of the dinner table.
Right. Everything that we don't want to bury.
Everything that we don't want the police asking about.
Yeah. Well,
That's a good idea.
whoop. Whoop. Oops.
Stuff is gathered and
Jonah will
taken.
start hobbling.
Let's see. The Polaroid camera is easy enough to hide. The cracked mirror, we. I really will take the old cracked mirror, just put it next on the wall. Like that. That's
George will take the. Yeah.
that's inconspicuous. It's just.
It's a hand mirror, not a.
Oh, even better.
Mirror.
Actually, well, do we have an empty box somewhere, like cardboard?
Rob? Yeah, we have a shitload of them.
Yeah.
From Raymond specifically.
Yeah. Raymond will
Yes.
go. Raymond will go
Sorry,
upstairs.
you have a shit specifically.
Raymond will go upstairs. Oh, right. I can't. I'm not supposed to go upstairs alone.
George goes over to Raymond and puts a hand on his shoulder. And with a saying look, he reaches his other hand down to Raymond's left side and pulls out one of the shelves in the cupboard, an empty one.
I mean, okay, or that.
Yeah, probably the easiest way to go about it.
Yeah, fine. Okay, we stuff all the stuff in the
He puts
cupboard.
the box in there.
Yeah. Ram it in there when it doesn't fit. Glass
Jonah
breaking.
will help. You cannot stop him.
Wood creaking, glass breaking. Just, that fits. It's fine. We can hammer it in place with a journal or something.
David will put the thing on the table and putter into the kitchen to start a kettle.
Yay!
Putting a kettle on.
Yay, more tea.
As he goes into the kitchen to start the kettle, he finds Andante out there. Gives him a little bit of a raised eyebrow. Your nerves frazzled, Padre Levi.
Oh, a little bit, but also it's just polite to make tea when somebody's coming over, especially to handle grim affairs.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's walked into a house and been offered tea and then be upset about that.
Right.
Sometimes I forget that this is a small town.
What would trying to decide what Raymond's stance towards the police would be?
In the States, we don't usually offer the police tea.
Never get some in and out as fast as possible.
He leans in. It kind of like has like one hand kind of like close to his mouth. Between you and me, Andante, it keeps their mouths busy, so they ask less questions.
That's clever. I like that one.
Nods. It's also why one would offer biscuits. Although all I have to offer are lemon poppy seeds muffins.
I don't think they're going to say no to a lemon poppy seed muffin.
Well, it'll be the last of them.
We shall make some new ones.
Aye.
It would be good to do some baking together.
Can I help but agree? It pauses and looks at Patty.
Connor?
Connor?
Is Connor even there?
I don't know. Maybe he fell asleep.
Hemk.
Pick.
Did anyone hear him leaving?
No.
Oh.
But he hasn't said
Still
anything in a
here.
while, so I don't know.
Yeah.
And he's still on the call?
He is on the call. He rolled 20, but anyway.
Send him a PM.
Yeah, send him a PM.
And Dante, would you keep an eye on her? I think she's having a rough one. Take.
See. And Dante walks over there, and I imagine Patty's just slumped over the table, forehead against it, just honk shoeing.
I don't know. I think honestly,
David.
headcanon,
Blanket around her.
headcanon, she is trying to eat way too much of a pancake at once, but is too stubborn to spit it out.
Just slow choking.
Very.
David takes off his cardigan and puts it around her.
Oh.
That's her back. And he'll peek into the room and then sigh. And go towards the front door to wait for the officers.
Right then, everyone remember, we will pretend that the police are people just like you and us. You and I.
Do we have to?
I'm afraid in this case we do have to, yes.
Yeah, it raises way too many questions.
Don't worry. We're both white males. We have less to worry about than any other demographic on the planet.
Yes, the ultimate validation of being a trans guy. The police believing you.
Yep. Dr. Celeste gives Raymond a bit of a look and goes, "Oh, okay, then I'll just go tell Andante to hide in the basement."
It might not be the worst idea for him to be out of the house for a few hours.
Raymond will look back to Celeste. Do you honestly think Andante doesn't know how to behave around police? He's already on his way to somewhere else as we speak.
Dr. Celeste face palms.
What? No, Raymond is genuinely worried about Andante meeting any policeman because he's on the internet. This might be a better timeline, but some things don't change.
Some things never change.
No, Andante is on his way to, like, I don't know, the safety room.
Andante's taking care of Patty.
Right.
In the kitchen, outside.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Meanwhile, well, it doesn't seem like Connor's showing up again. So anyway, the police arrive soon enough. Since this is a small town, everybody knows each other, and the police know you as well. The local officer is a very nice woman. She's quite relaxed, and she's just a little baffled at having to handle human remains. That's not a very common occurrence in the town, as you might understand. However, she does have an older detective with her who helps out quite nicely. He manages to get all of the minute details down, asks all of the right questions, and writes everything down that he needs to. They take the evidence of the waterlogged box, as well as your statements and all of the pictures that they need. And then, after determining that local remains are probably best left either in the morgue or the church, and, well, it's a very small town. They don't really have a morgue at the police station. And seeing as this is a very old and fragile skull, they decide to not move it too much. So it remains with you.
Good.
After all, Father David is qualified to handle such delicate matters.
Yeah.
Qualified to handle corpses, baby.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Cut to Father David juggling several bones and skulls in front of the parish. Father, no! That's disrespectful. Quiet. I make the rules at church.
Body and blood, Sonny Jim. Catch.
All right.
Think fast, Chuckle Nuts.
All right. So, should we go to like the town hall to make the funeral thing official?
It'd be best to get that paperwork started.
Put an ad in the paper, perhaps. Invite some people. I don't actually know how that
I think
would
that's
work.
how we should do this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the Fairchilds have.
Yeah.
I don't think she has any living relatives.
Yeah. If there is no next of kin, how is the funeral handled? Can anyone join or?
Oh, that was one. Actually, that was one of the things that the police wanted to do. They wanted to try and see if they could track down some next of kin.
Ah, wonderful.
And they told you that they'd get you their results later on that day.
Oh, that's wonderful. So that's one less thing to worry about. Or, depending on outcome, one more thing to worry about.
Who knows?
Who knows? Indeed?
Yeah, good question.
All right, let's go to the town hall, deal with that, then go to the stonemason and spend a lot of money on a headstone. And also,
All right.
and let's get some drugs for Jonah.
Hell yeah.
Right, so we run to the town hall, then probably to the hospital, and then finally to the stonemason. That way it'll have plenty of time to be open.
Right. Good thinking. There's definitely some dealer at the hospital. There always is.
Oh my god.
David looks like weirdly grim because he's not wearing a cardigan. But I imagine they go to town.
Yeah.
And get the town hall, get that settled. David gets a lot of paperwork that he shoves into like a little messenger bag.
Raymond is just being like a petulant child waiting for David to finish the paperwork. Just, are you done yet? Can we go now?
It just stops. I'm not gonna do it all here, Raymond. Really, it's just He signs like the last bit that he needs to sign there in person.
Can't we
The
do this?
rest, luckily, can be taken with me.
Can't we do this online?
It's
Would
faster on
it be
paper.
rude to do that kind of thing
think-
online?
Uh,
Like, it feels wrong.
uh, uh, honestly, I'm not too good with the links and stuff, so the paperwork is just fine by me.
Not too good with the links.
And
And
stuff.
electronics tend to malfunction around me. I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry.
The problem.
I see a file ending in PDF and my eyes just glaze over and I go into a catatonic state for a couple hours. It's just how it is.
I wake up with blood on my hands.
I'm pretty sure that's just how Coop is, or how Coops is.
That's mean.
Yeah.
But am I wrong?
No.
It's still mean. Okay, and then we like go to the hospital. I guess we take a car to there.
Or walk.
I mean-
Honestly, depending on.
I mean, I
I don't really trust Raymond driving, and David didn't bring a car.
mean, you can. We have cars in the garage. You can just take one.
I
On
mean,
the way there,
you have Jonah with you, right?
Do we? We can. I mean, it.
Yeah, I would like.
Jonah-
I'll join.
All right.
eh,
Then we definitely don't walk. That would be cruel.
yeah. Well, on the way there to the hospital, David calls Angus to let him know that nobody's dead. Nobody that he knows is dead.
Like we said
Frank,
last
and
time.
pardon me French here, father. Fucking Christ.
That's not how he opens the fucking call.
He wouldn't say that.
Nobody's dead.
He wouldn't say that.
Don't worry, Angus. Nobody's dead.
Angus, I'm so sorry about not calling you last night, but by the time that everything was said and done, it was an ungodly hour, and I figured you'd already gone to bed.
Yes, we also figured a 4 a.m. call would make things worse, even if there were good news.
Father, you're going to be the end of me. I swear to the Lord Almighty.
I hope not. It's actually the opposite of my job.
I'm very, very happy to know that everyone's fine, though. That nobody's hurt.
Yeah, nobody's hurt. So anyway, we're planning a funeral.
I can imagine Raymond says that out loud and
Oh,
Angus
100%.
hears
Oh,
it.
totally.
Like a
Totally.
phone.
Not even caring.
Yeah.
We're in the car. Raymond's driving. As bad an idea as that is.
So wait, what did he say?
Who, me?
About planning a funeral.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, but so anyway, we're planning a funeral. Nobody died.
Wait, what? You're planning a funeral?
I
Oh, don't
Nice.
worry. It isn't anyone who died recently.
It isn't anyone you know.
David's got like his face in his hand. So, we found some of the remains of the Miss Rachel Fairchild.
You found the remains of the Fairchild girl?
Her skull washed up on the lake shore with a box, and we could figure it out from the contents in the box.
Holy shit. Well, I'm very happy that the one you're planning a funeral for has been dead for several decades. Had me worried there for a moment. Could somebody slap Raymond for me?
Violence is against my nature, I'm afraid.
Hey, Jonah, could you slap Raymond for me?
I will, of course, punch him on the shoulder instead.
Honestly, better than what I expected would happen.
Not
Just getting clocked in the side of the face by
While
David fucking pissed.
while driving, yeah.
While driving.
While driving.
Wildly swerving to the left.
Well, now we're definitely planning another funeral.
It's early
3 to be
morning.
exact. 4 to be exact.
It's early morning in the English countryside. What do we have to avoid? Like a tractor, whatever.
Roaming
Probably like some
cows.
sheep.
Yeah,
Sheep.
sheep and cows, and they're no. They can't take on the car.
They'll lose.
So,
Well, it depends on the cow.
how? I take it we all get to the hospital. We pick up the new prescriptions for Jonah, and
Yeah.
then hit up the stonemason and get some details in for tombstone for Rachel.
Yes.
Raymond astounded that Jonah would just get more painkillers without many questions. Doesn't have to pay for it. It's just what?
Like, the receptionist is like, "Oh, hi, Jonah. So good to see you."
Yeah. Raymond is
Hi
Raymond
there,
just
Jonah. It's wonderful to see you again. How's it going?
Yeah, so it's time for more drugs.
I've got you. Hang on just a moment. I'll get your prescription right away.
right. So who knows how much these painkillers will cost? How about 1,000? And then he stops when she comes back with the painkillers. Just hand
There you
hand
are.
in the wallet. What?
And as you know, only half of one in the morning and half of one in the evening.
Yeah.
That's a good lad.
Yeah, I'll just kind of nod to her again.
Now you come back the moment you need more.
They only give you like a 2 or 3 day prescription of these things, right?
Yep.
On the heavy ones, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They just give you pills, no money, no. Do you get a lolly with that too?
She does a little double take. Oh, you're American.
Can I have a lolly?
Absolutely. She gets you a lolly.
Thanks, you're the best. Ooh, grape flavored.
Do you want one too, Mr. American?
Raymond just befuddled beyond measure. Do I have to leave a tip?
No.
You do have to clap though.
Hey, Jonah, don't feed him the wrong information.
But it'll be
Everybody
funny.
knows that's only for when planes land. She smiles with a small smirk at the side of her mouth and hands Raymond a lollipop. Here you go.
Tastes like capitalism.
Look,
No, it tastes like socialism.
look. Raymond is not that far removed from humanity. He will unpack the lollipop and just suck on it.
I was expecting you to immediately crunch it.
No, that's bad for the teeth.
Does Raven care?
Yes, very much. Raymond will just like have the lolly and murmur like, "Thanks." You know, like when you say to a 5-year-old, just say thank you to the nice lady. Thanks.
Yeah.
David looks vaguely relieved that both of them got a goodie. Thank you very kindly for
Surely
your
you
help
will
today.
also get a goodie.
You're the best.
He is the dad. He does not get a goodie.
You should.
Well, you three have a lovely day now. And I'm looking forward to your sermon on Sunday, Father.
Weirdo
Me too.
gay
I got a
couple
really-
with their trans child
Yeah.
getting morphine.
I think I got a good sermon whipped up, I do. And they'll take their leave after he wishes her a very, very good day.
And she wishes him one back as well. And that concludes almost. Wait, no, you still need to go to the stonemason.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Raymond will leave like something in a donation box on the way out.
Nice. Raymond feeling weird for getting something free.
You can't leave a hospital without paying.
Yeah.
Then all of society
Yeah, it
would
feels
collapse.
Uh,
Let me just deduct the donation money from my character sheet. Let's say $400.
$400.
I want to round
Yes.
down to a round. I want it like a round number with 3 zeros at the end. So make it.
Fair enough.
So I guess if we take our time, we can easily spend like 4 hours on all this stuff. So
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah, can we just be the first customers of the day at the stonemason?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I doubt they actually have many people.
No, we have to beat the morning rush. I go in, you get a cart outside, and meet me inside.
hustling a highly coordinated attack.
Stonemason supermarket. Okay. No, how do we do this though? Who's like obviously Raymond is paying, but who's like doing the ordering?
David will.
Okay.
Yeah. You arrive at the stonecutters. At the mason. It's a small, rustic-looking shop with a lot of stone out in front of it. It's got all sorts of headstones, tombstones, gravestones, some decorative stones as well. Mostly, it's all funeral stuff, though.
Yeah. So maybe we can just take one of the. Oh, sorry.
The place is called Cutters and Sons.
Okay.
And it seems like a family business, but well, the moment you set foot inside, there's only one guy in there.
Yeah. Before we go inside, Raymond will look to Father David and Jonah and say, maybe we could just take one of the pre-made ones, or are they too big?
We'll see when we get in there. We'll see what they have to offer.
What is the etiquette for headstones? Like, is smaller
I-
better?
I think just whatever the normal popular size is.
Well, looking to David because no idea.
It's not really about the size.
Yeah, it's how you
So-
use it.
It's a gravestone. What do you mean how you use it? You put it in the ground.
That's just
Sorry, couldn't resist.
his attack.
You made Coop sneeze.
How dare you?
Yeah, they sneezed like what, 5 times?
They're allergic to bad jokes,
Obviously, this is why they sneeze so much around me.
right?
Oh my god. So, it doesn't have to be a very big gravestone. Let's just go inside and talk.
Right. Well, okay. Guess we enter the shop.
You not set foot inside. It is surprisingly cool and chill on the inside of the store. Behind the counter stands a tall and gaunt-looking man with a grim expression upon his very long face. He looks at you all as if he's already taking measurements for something.
Hello there, I'm Father David.
Good.
This is Mr. Shafter and my lad Jonah.
Hello. I'll just wave awkwardly.
Good morning to you all. How may we serve you today?
We were looking to get a gravestone for some remains that were recently found.
Recently found remains.
Yes, they washed up out of a lake. They're several decades old. It's maybe you heard of her, Rachel Fairchild.
Ah, I am familiar with the Fairchilds and what little legacy they left behind.
Yes.
Quite impressive that you've managed to find Rachel's remains.
Oh, it was more like that she found us. It was a happy accident, but we figured she deserved.
Sure, if I'd say happy, but
No, it's
well, I mean, I suppose it's better that she's getting actually buried
yeah.
instead.
She gets to rest.
think.
She gets her eternal rest. That's a pretty good outcome, I think. It's better than being on the bottom of a lake.
Absolutely.
So
It will be good to have her finally reunited with her father.
oh,
Oh.
is he buried in this village?
Well, of course. He died here. And he and his daughter left a legacy upon this village.
I thought
Therefore, their remains are protected.
he died in an asylum. Or was that here?
In the world are
That
you
was
from?
Alistair Crowley.
Oh, god damn it! Right. There's so many names. Can't keep them straight.
Anyways, a pats Raymond's shoulder. Anyways,
That's
is
fair.
there a family plot or
There is indeed.
wonderful? That saves
That'll save us a lot
heap
of time.
of paperwork specifically.
For the longest time, there's been a small memorial there to Rachel. It'll be good to finally bury her actual remains.
Ooh. May I ask what the small memorial is?
It's a plague. It says, beloved daughter, gone but not forgotten.
Aye, that's very nice.
That is very nice. So see, the reunited as the word underneath would fit perfectly, I think. We can make it classy.
Aye.
If
It's not a
you
bad thought at all.
plan to, if that is your plan for the epitaph, indeed, I must agree, quite fitting.
Yes, we talked about it, and I think we agreed to make it very simple. The name, the birth year, the death year, as far as we know, and then reunited underneath it.
And how about the living relatives? Have they had any thoughts on this?
We have not.
Yeah, I think we should probably wait until after they've been, well, if there is anyone to be contacted.
Aye. The authorities are looking in to see if there's any living relatives.
Yes.
I see.
But we wanted to give you, well, a heads up, so to speak, so the gravestone can be ready. I have the weirdest deja vu right now.
Heads up. A very good one, sir.
I should have taken some of those painkillers.
David's looking at this guy. Can I roll a psychology?
Go right ahead.
Actually, I want to do two. Oh my god, I make it. I rolled a 2.
Damn.
I mean,
Jesus.
So, what are you trying to discern with this guy?
Is he like all there?
Well, he seems to be all there. He's just kind of creepy.
So he's just a weirdo?
He's very into his profession. His profession is dead people.
Right. I mean, no, his profession is rocks.
Yeah,
Cutting
and
rocks.
dead peoples.
That should not be related that much. Okay, fair enough. Okay, does he look like he ever killed someone? On purpose?
Well, he could have, but you'd have to get a little closer to see if he's got fangs.
I'm too scared to do that. I'm not gonna risk that.
Jonah knows no fear. I'll roll psychology on this. I'm going to fail. Wait,
Jesus.
what? What?
Hey,
You also
Hey.
rolled a 2.
Holy
What?
shit, well done.
So when this guy is referring to the Fairchild's legacy, how much venom is he putting in that word?
None at all.
Huh.
He actually seems to be quite fond of the legacy of the Fairchilds.
Okay.
But I will also have the same question of, does he look like he has or would kill someone on purpose?
Well, maybe. But he also kind of looks like he doesn't eat garlic and avoids the sun.
Hmm.
All right.
What kind? Does he have like widow peaks by any chance?
Yes, yes, he does.
Obviously,
Yeah, so
obviously.
giving off.
Obviously.
Like, so he's giving off like, what was that guy's name? Orlok?
Dracula?
No, the other one. Orlok?
Count Olaf?
No,
Oh, Count Orlok.
yeah, Orlok was the monster-looking one, the Nosferatu.
Uh, yeah, kinda. If Count Orlok had a skin routine.
Ah,
mean,
yes.
Yeah, fair enough. All right. Well,
surprise, bitch! This is a Vampire the Masquerade game.
I mean, we'll all fail that one. Okay. You know what? This isn't the first weirdo shopkeeper Raymond has met, so it's fine. It's gonna be fine. As long as he does his job, it's okay. Yeah, so anyway, we wanted to give you a heads up, so would it be possible that we, like, when this is all cleared out, we give you a call and you can start on like a, not a rush job, but like a priority job maybe?
Indeed. If you would like to, you may peruse some of the headstones out front to see which style you would like for young Miss Fairchild.
Well, this is more Father David's field of expertise, I think.
It seems to perk up a bit. And is there like an area where they can go out and peruse the selection?
Yes, there is.
I just imagine one of those greeting card stands, but it's full of headstones.
That's how I would like to imagine this as well.
Right?
Just like starts
like a magazine stand.
to trot towards the door. Oh, I wonder if they'll have any partially bloomed roses.
The shopkeeper actually follows Father David. I can assure you, it will be no problem at all to apply one to any which gravestone you choose.
Oh, splendid.
So he walks you through it. It's like, now you see, this is our selection of marble. Of course, it holds up rather well in wind and weather. It's a very classic and stylistic choice. However, if I may refer you to these ones over here, they are of a softer rock which erodes lightly through time and gives a more weathered look. Some prefer that.
That was a spot. Just looking around for something probably unfitting.
Well, what? Something unfitting?
I think Raymond is looking around for something very opulent. Just because that's his first instinct on going into any shop. Do we have anything gold-plated? Rich
There's nothing gold-plated, but there is a very, very tall tombstone with a weeping angel just slung across it, like over it.
Is the angel life size?
Yes, it is.
Oh my
It's actually a little bigger than life size.
Raymond just points at that. Hey, David, what do you think about this one? Is this subtle enough? Can we have it gold-plated?
David is.
The shopkeeper takes a look over at it. Well, the symbolism would be quite fitting.
See, David, the
However-
symbolism would be fitting.
Like David was talking excitedly to like this fucking dude about the various bits of symbolism on tombstones, but then just giant fucking sobbing angel.
Yep.
Oh, I do love the look of it, but I think we'll go for something a little bit more in line with, well, what Mr. Fairchild has going on.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
Indeed.
Yeah,
His
because
is
like
a rather
you want them to
subtle-
match, right?
Like,
Indeed. His is a rather subtle affair. A shorter model. Indeed, made of darker marble. With a beautiful butterfly motif, if memory serves.
So how about some white marble to contrast a bit? Little rose on it.
white marble would look good. I have an idea. Um, do you have little stone animals available?
Of course we do. You can see a selection of our stock on these models over here. The most popular one is, of course, the dove, and swiftly followed by the sparrow.
David will look over at the animals and he'll peruse through for a cat.
He doesn't see any cats.
Damn.
We could probably
Are you
order one.
are you considering a special order?
No, I was just hoping you had a curled up cat, as Miss Fairchild used to have a cat, and she was very fond of.
We could certainly see what could be done about that. I shall have to talk to my eldest. He's quite fond of coming up with new designs.
I'm sure we could just put a little set of paw prints going over the corner of her stone. I believe that'd be a good thought. He says, thinking back to the little muddy paw prints that would always appear in the kitchen.
Right.
Subtle. A very good choice.
Yeah, that
Allow
would
me
be
to
adorable.
take note of this. The shopkeeper takes out an old-fashioned notebook, moleskin, and starts writing down some details about your order.
What other animals are there?
Oh man, that's a good question. There are all of the animals that you usually see in like a graveyard as headstone decorations.
So probably mostly birds.
Mostly
Yeah.
birds, though sometimes there will be like dogs or cats, especially if that was something very common in their life. Butterflies are also a thing you'll see.
Are there dogs?
Depending on like guilds and stuff, there could be
Yeah.
like
Or like you said, or like John said, doves are probably pretty common.
Yeah, but are there
Yep.
doves.
are there little dog statues?
There aren't, unfortunately, any dog statues
Damn it.
on display.
Damn it. Well, I would have gone for an impulse buy, but nope.
It's... Generally, if it is anything that you're interested in, we tend to custom make animal headstones.
We could put a cat on the headstone, like perching on it.
Although I would advise against putting too much animal imagery upon the stone, as it would seem as though it were a pet's headstone, not quite fitting for Rachel Fairchild.
Why?
Although,
I think
if you would like a memorial for the pet as well, we can certainly arrange for that.
that might need to be something for a later date, I believe.
I mean, excuse me for a moment while I talk to my friend. I'm going to just take David a bit away.
David is pulled away.
We
had broken columns and tree stumps here. That's some sense. I love that.
I still think we should buy the angel. Maybe not for Rachel, but just to have it. Anyway, anyway, what do you...
We have angels at home. The angels at home are the fucking statues that Crowley made.
Oh god, oh fuck.
I'm sorry.
So good.
Just the idea of like randomly buying a life-size weeping angel gravestone. Yeah, we can put it in the kitchen. It's fine. It will fit in the garden. Sorry.
I don't
No, he will go. No, listen, we don't need the town's permission to like bury the supposedly dead cat, right? We can just put that up.
Well, we don't have the remains for Troubadour, nor do we.
I mean, let's assume we won't find the remains
Troubadour
of the
hasn't
cat.
been put to rest.
Yeah, exactly. So, can we
He's.
can we put the ghost cat to rest by proxy by having an empty grave?
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, you're the priest. Tell me how it works then.
And he'll take Raymond's hands and he'll hold them.
I don't know. I never saw Pet Cemetery. I have to rewatch it to find out.
Raymond, that's. If that were how it worked, then Rachel would have been at peace long ago. She had a memorial next to her father. I don't think just having an empty grave there for someone would do that for them. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how we'd put Troubadour to rest, but seeing as that he didn't leave with Rachel or Michael, I'm willing to bet that maybe he's just got other unfinished business. Which is weird.
He's a cat.
Considering we're talking about a cat, yeah.
What unfinished business could he have?
Well,
Does he have to catch a bird?
he's been comforting us pretty well, I think, since we got here.
Well, I want to help the cat. Raven seems very distraught by this.
David squeezes his hands, looking at him with a very like understanding expression. I too want to help Troubadour, but I don't think a grave is exactly the way to go about it at the moment.
Okay, maybe you're right. Raymond typing on his phone. How to save a cat's soul? Christian burial? Question mark?
David pats his back and then returns to the business.
I doubt this. I mean, I doubt it'll change anything. But it might be a good idea to. Where would we even find the cat's body?
It's a cat. It could have died anywhere, and they don't leave a lot.
This is a conversation I feel like we'd better have back at the Manor Grounds.
Yeah, we're gonna have
trying to figure things out here while there's somebody waiting on us feels a bit rude.
Gonna have like an Ocean's montage about how to find a dead cat. Very elaborate plan.
For now, I say we'll try to help Troubadour as much as we can,
All right.
and let Troubadour know that we're here.
Fair enough. Maybe you can lead us to his remains.
Well, well, Mr. Shafter, remember when we dealt with the wildflowers and Father Prescott? There were no remains then.
Yeah.
So I don't think remains are exactly the end all be all in helping out with this
That is a
sort of deal.
That's a very good point. So we just have to find out what the unfinished business of the cat was. Clearly, it wasn't Rachel being in the lake.
I want to roll to see if David remembers the fact that it was explicitly stated that he was a therapy cat.
Go on ahead.
Raymond certainly does not.
Yeah.
Troubadour was a therapy cat. It's very well possible that he feels like there still might be a duty to the people who live in the manor to help them with their problems, their anxieties and fears and distress.
He hasn't so far.
He's helped me quite a few times.
How?
Curling up against me right as I start to fall asleep.
Yeah,
It
though.
brings a sense
Oh.
of peace.
Well,
Yeah, it's happened a few other times. I just thought it was Segator.
Nah. Segator is way heavier. Fella's like 95% muscle.
at least.
I think you're underselling them.
Yeah. Beefy.
He's a sizable fella. Right. Now, I think we'll settle some things with what's the name of that guy?
He's Mr. Cutter.
We'll settle things with Mr. Cutter. For now, I'm thinking a white marble plaque with a small cat print going over one corner, like Troubadour's paw prints that always appear in the kitchen in the morning, and a not fully bloomed rose would do well for Miss Rachel.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, God. Mm.
Right. Well, I suppose if the cat is doing what the cat is supposed to do, that's fine. Just feels a bit like we're taking advantage of it.
I think it's more likely that Troubadour feels a sense of duty.
Fair enough.
But this is neither here nor there. Now, how do we feel on the plaque?
Good question. Do we replace the plaque or do we leave it there and just put the stone next to it, in front of it?
There's a family plot, so we could replace the memorial with that.
By the way,
With the
Raymond
epitaph of Reunited.
By the way,
Probably work.
Raymond is like 110% ready to go over the wishes of any living kin. Like, fuck it. Doesn't matter.
And that's if there's no living family members that have something to say.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I think we should just before we order anything. I think we just wait.
Aye. And we've given a plenty of heads up to Mr. Cutter.
Raymond is
I like the
waiting.
thought of Cutter.
Yeah, Raymond is waiting if if Cutter will react to the heads up thing again.
Just Mr. Cutter is a little off in the distance because they aren't all gathered around him talking about the shit.
Exactly.
Oh, fair enough.
I like to think that Mr. Cutter is watching this shit happen. Is like, wow, what a progressive gay priest, with his husband and son.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Clearly adopted too, right?
so I'll let Mr. Cutter know the details, and that we'll have him on speed dial for when we hear back from the Fairchild living relatives, if the authorities can find any.
Of course. You know, should we die in the haunted mansion and someone will find our phones and there's like a stonemason on speed dial?
Speed dial!
Just imagine that. Hilarious.
Like it'd be a whole new group, and they'd be like, "Was there an affair?" Question mark. Were they serial killers plotting out the things? Ooh, just wildly inaccurate thoughts.
Yeah, that'd be
And David's
great.
gonna go to Mr. Cutter and put make sure the details are right and thank him for his time and exclaim that you have just wonderful work here, by the way, just beautiful stuff.
Thank you. Our family is very dedicated to the craft.
I can tell there's passion in every smoothened curve and just every detail. It's beautiful stuff. Can't wait to see more of it.
Indeed. Well, if all goes well, you will see more of it in not too long.
Mildly
Why?
threatening?
We literally just said we were ordering from him.
Absolute pleasure to be finally meeting you, Mr. Cutter.
Yeah,
Likewise, Father David.
He smiles.
And,
And-
might I add, what a lovely little family you have.
Blinks and he looks at Raymond and Jonah. Oh,
Yeah.
Raymond just plays along.
Yeah, just nodding along.
Jonah has become very near and dear to us, and Mr. Shafter is quite a friend to have indeed.
It's a bit weird that you call me Mr. Shafter to anyone looking in from the outside, but you know,
Yeah.
Just kind of like that.
Shaft.
it's like calling someone the wife.
Not even that. It's like calling your spouse by their last name, their maiden name.
Some people do that. Some people do that.
Who?
Who?
I mean, it depends how you met. Like some people don't like the first name or like the last name evolved into like a nickname, that sort of thing. Like it can happen.
Usually they don't put a Mr. in front of it.
No, that's clearly a sex thing.
Oh, right. I get you now.
So, Mr. Cutter is thanked in abundance, and David looks so much happier having seen a bunch of gravestones.
What a weird thing to
Aw.
say.
Like he's got a little pep in his step. I saw this beautiful stuff. My lord, you could tell that stone masonry has been in the family for ages. Just the technique, just refined down to just a razor edge.
Yeah, you can tell it's definitely a lifetime of work to
Aye.
get this good.
Mm.
I don't know. He didn't even have any dogs.
It's all right.
Raymond will be online and just ordering a dog statue from somewhere. Like he really wants one now, so he has to buy one.
I imagine after that they get ready and they schmooze off back towards the manor.
We can stop somewhere for ice cream.
Oh, that's a great idea. Jonah Lamb, would you like some ice creams?
Oh, of course I would.
Splendid. And how's your leg doing? We haven't been meandering around too much. You haven't been standing too much on it?
No, that's what the crutches are for.
Mr. Pat Pat.
All the morphine helps too.
That's what the morphine is
I
for.
bet it does.
I'm low-key hoping that whoever makes all the weird Father David pictures for the newspaper is somewhere near. Picture of Father
Just
David.
to get some illicit shots of the little family.
Yeah, Father David giving ice cream to his adopted son with his husband? Question mark?
The local
Yeah.
priest and his
Local priest and
American lover.
his American
Ooh.
his American boy toy /
His
sugar daddy.
American-
Yeah, sugar daddy, definitely.
I mean, they don't know that David is actually I think he's richer actually than Raymond.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Because he knows the worth of a dollar.
No,
He's rich in
because
life
he knows
experience.
because he knows the value of family and friendship. Damn it!
He knows the value of the magic of friendship.
He sure does.
And also the church bank account passwords.
Yep.
Also, he invested in a bunch of stocks.
You guys have no idea the whack shit going on in David's backstory.
I hope we'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, we eat.
If not in game, then certainly after.
Okay, I want to say we're coming back to the mansion, ice cream in hand,
Yeah.
just wordlessly licking the cream. Just slurp, slurp. Raymond trying very hard not to just bite into it.
You come home, you are spotted by the rest of the little gaggle, who are still all sitting in the kitchen. Although, yeah, let's say LeBlanc greet you in
It was so dismissive. Ah, LeBlanc can greet you.
LeBlanc.
I will also point out that, or it's worth mentioning, Jonah does not have the self-control. He is biting into the ice cream cone.
Yeah, and then you.
How's that going for him?
Crunchy.
He's just learned to power through the brain freeze.
Oh no.
Yeah, but here's the big problem. Then you finish sooner, and then you walk home without ice cream while everyone else still has one.
But David did not get an ice cream.
All right, Raymond got 2 ice cream then.
Ted got 2 ice creams. Because David didn't want one.
Raymond just.
LeBlanc sees
Raymond.
you entering.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Anyway, LeBlanc sees you entering. Oh, welcome back. Oh, you got ice cream?
Oh
Hey.
yeah, we should have picked you up some. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll just cry myself to sleep at night. Forgotten that ice cream less.
It's okay, Dr. LeBlanc. When we go into town next, we can go grab another bit of ice cream.
It would have
It's not like it's very expensive,
It-
and it's a nice treat after such a successful night of
It would have.
helping.
It would have melted on the way. Like, look at this, and he holds up his half-melted ice cream, just the hands all sticky.
You disgust me. Out of character.
That would have been perfect in character.
It would.
This is why you bite it.
If you can't handle the brain freeze, you don't deserve ice cream.
Raymond.
You're weak, you are weak. Your bloodline will not survive the winter.
Oh my.
My children will dance on the grave of your children.
Jeez. Rough. All this over a bit of ice cream. Wow.
He's got a flair for dramatics. What
Yeah.
can one say?
Yeah.
Mhm.
He gets that from you.
Anyway, what did you find out about the gravestones? The blonde
So-
asks as she takes you to the dining room.
Oh, we met a lovely stonemason, Mr. Cutter. He and his family has been doing a stonemasonry for a good long while, and well, we got some good ideas. Are you coming, Juna?
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry.
He's
He wraps his arm
on-
around Jonah to help
He's,
him along.
he's on crutches.
I'm just a little slow, but I can walk by
You
myself.
coming along? Coming along, sport? Want to run a bit?
Just fucking cruel.
But we had some good ideas, and
Sounds like you had a productive day out.
Yes, we filled out all the paperwork too.
I
well,
also think we met a vampire.
No, we
Right.
did not.
I'm fairly sure he was a
To
vampire.
both
Are you sure?
things. One, I need to get the rest of the paperwork done and over with. That has nothing to do with you, Mr. Shafter. And two, Mr. Cutter was not a vampire. He's just pale. That happens in England.
Raymond
Oh,
looks.
no. Like,
Wait.
I'm pale, you're pale. He's something else.
Raymond looks up the movie poster of the movie Nosferatu and shows it to David, wordlessly.
Now that's a bit of a mean. He was a perfectly amicable man.
I'm not saying he wasn't. Like, vampires can be nice.
Just making just wretched fun of this man's appearance, and for no reason. He looked perfectly normal. He reminded me of the preacher that taught me how to. Well, he really set me more on the path of priesthood. Honestly, Father Finley was a very striking man.
This just
Says with like a twinge of concern on his face now that he thinks back on it.
he was
Uh,
definitely
well, I
not
think we're gonna.
undead.
At the very
Well, I
intense
guess he
widow's
couldn't-
peak and eyes.
I don't know. You ever get a look at that guy's teeth?
Did he ever touch garlic?
Father Finley?
Ever seen him out? Yeah. Ever seen him out in like the sunlight?
Aye, we would take walks every now and then through the church garden.
Was he wearing a wide-rimmed hat during those walks?
Sometimes, not all the time, though. Father
Is that
Finley
a
was not a
sunscreen?
vampire.
Are you sure?
Because like, if ghosts
wanna
are real,
roll something?
vampires have to be real, right?
We should start a secondary crazy.
Oh no!
We should start a secondary whiteboard just to find out if there are vampires in this town and if Father Finlay was
David-
one.
I rolled for David to remember, remember any blood drinking, because that's a surefire vampire thing,
Yeah.
and an unpleasant memory has arose from that.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
And like so, like the look in on his face just kind of like dims a little bit. Mm. Let's change the subject.
Jonah will recognize that the vibes have very quickly changed and will let off.
Yeah, same. Same.
Like he's like rubbing his chin and then just like the.
All right.
You remember the vague taste of blood?
Memory unlocked.
I
Okay.
don't know whose. Anyway.
It is. Wait.
It is indeed late, and I don't want to do the Proudy Party without Connor here.
Fair.
So I
So
guess with that
suggest
troubling revelation,
that
we call
troubling
it a day.
revelation. Yeah. I think that sounds
Wonderful.
like a good idea.
That would actually be a great act break. Like
Yeah?
black
Or like a
no,
cliffhanger ending?
like black screen and then title card Act 4, The Taste of Blood. And then we have a flashback to the Prowley party.
Nice.
Honestly, yeah,
That's
that would
hot.
work so well.
Oh god, that's
That's
perfect.
hot.
Yeah.
But okay. We just fade out of this with the vague memory of Father Finley sucking some guy dry, I guess.
Ayo.
Ayo.
No, it was something else.
No, I get it.
Which I'll tell you after the recording.
You don't have to. We want to find
Alright.
out. We want to find out in game all the sordid
Alright,
details of Father David's certainly not a vampire past.
I would like a hint. Just keep it a little vague.
Werewolf.
No. So you know communion, right?
Do you want this
Yeah?
on recording?
Anyway.
That was cool. Do you want this on recording? No. Coops, do you want this on recording, Coops, or not?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So let's stop here and then
Yeah.
say bye.
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 Say bye.